Flowers from Liv. Hola, sweetie. I hope these flowers will brighten your day. Love, Liv. That's cute. Liv's cute. I'm so happy to have Olivia Del Marco in my life. And Alien the cat is hands down the best electronic shop in Casablanca. I can't wait to go back. When was the last time I visited her shop? That was ages ago. Did it close down? I remember something about... what just happened? Something happened to her, to Liv. Something terrible. Okay, that was not just in my head. Something's definitely going on. Olivia. She's dead. I know it. I feel it. Shit. Am I losing my mind, or is reality glitching? Dad and me in Casablanca. Dad's been away a lot, travelling, but was still very close. I remember that day. We had one of our dad and daughter days. We walked around exploring the city, we went to a museum, and then we ate an amazing buffet dinner at the Wati Plaza Hotel downtown. Dad and me in Casablanca. Dad's been away a lot, travelling, but was still very close. I remember that day. We had one of our dad and daughter days, our 5th anniversary. Reza and I took the backtracks to Norway and a hydrofoil to Svalbard. We spent a long weekend travelling around the island. We always talked about going to Svalbard. It's such an incredible place, so majestic and so alien. And I was totally geeking out about going inside the Doomsday Vault. 5 years together. Almost hard to believe. Things have been rocky between us from time to time. It's amazing that we lasted this long. I remember we stayed at the... what was the name of that place again? And where was it? I don't remember any of it. Now I'm officially freaked out. It's weird, but I remember nothing from the trip, aside from talking to Reza about it and this photo. We were there, and we've been together for 5 years. Haven't we? No, this is wrong. This feels all wrong. That's me in Cape Town. This must have been Sandy Bay. Oh, beautiful waters, carefree days. Oh, I miss it. I remember this day vividly. 5 minutes after this picture was taken, there was a sudden influx of naked 70-year-old men, and that's when we realised what kind of beach this was. That's me in Cape Town. This must have been Sandy Bay. Oh, beautiful waters, carefree days. Oh, I miss it. I remember this day vividly. 5 minutes after this picture was taken, there was a sudden influx of naked 70-year-old men, and that's when... It's a card from Karen. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee. It's a card from Karen. Karen's nice. She's been a good friend, and she makes great coffee. Mum, Dad, and me. That was when we moved to Casablanca. Mum and Dad were always moving when I was growing up, because of their jobs. This must have been the 5th or 6th home we moved into. I remember falling in love with the place as soon as we got there. It had all these nooks and crannies, a balcony, and my own room with an awesome view. There were so many hiding places. Me and Mum. We played hide and seek all the time. When she came after me, she would stomp her feet and shout. What was it she'd say again? I don't actually remember her voice that well, or her face, or that she was there with Dad and me. Mum was... she wasn't... Where was she? It's a card from Karen. Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years. Casablanca's a great place to grow up. Such an interesting mix of cultures and very safe and clean. But I'll have to move at some point if I want a career in pioneering. Maybe I'll go back to Cape Town or move to Europolis. I've always wanted to do that. Jardin de Roses. Home, Casablanca's a... Maybe I'll go back to Cape Town. Jardin de Roses. Home, sweet home for most of my tumultuous teenage years.
Thanks for joining us. Things are generally going very well today. Wouldn't you say so, Marek?
Incredibly well, Rika. We'll soon be
Graduation day in front of Jammy Hall.
Wouldn't mind one
Cape
bit,
Town
Marek.
University has the most beautiful views. I spent so many lazy afternoons with friends, sitting on jammy steps and looking out over the city.
Reached an unprecedented
I remember feeling
100
like the end of my bioengineering degree was impossibly far away. I can't believe I actually made it to graduation. It's almost like a dream.
Dreamtime too.
Come to think of
You
it, I
said Rika.
don't remember much from that day. I was there, I was wearing a gown, but who else was there? Dad? Reza? And what was the ceremony like? I just can't remember. Weird.
Outstanding.
Something's
Just
wrong.
another reason why we
The whole graduation thing, something's definitely wrong here. I'd almost forgotten this. I won a competition. Second place, I think. Jama was so proud. Prouder than my dad, perhaps. Definitely prouder than me. I'd almost forgotten this. I'd almost forgotten. It's locked. Why on earth would they lock a hospital room? That feels unsafe. No, this isn't really me anymore. Thinking of you. I would hope so. Thinking of you. I would hope so. I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I hadn't, but this is a false memory.
What are you doing, Zoe? You shouldn't be on your feet. Come on. I'll
I never
tuck you in
graduated
and
from
read you a
Cape Town
little
University.
story. Just like in the old days.
I didn't graduate. I dropped out. I mean, sometimes I wish I had. Helena was never part of our lives. It was just me and Dad. She abandoned us when I was an infant.
You don't look well, Zoe. You're probably seeing things.
Helena was never
Please
in
lie
a family
down.
photo.
Just for
It's
a
a
minute.
false memory. We talked
I'll
about
watch
going
over
to
you.
Svalbard, but we never did.
I'll sing for
We
you.
broke up, and that trip, it never happened.
This isn't helping anyone, Zoe. You're
This
just
isn't
going
a
to
real
ruin
memory.
everything. Please stop. Please go back to bed.
We talked about
Go
going
back
to
to sleep,
Svalbard, but we
Zoe.
never did. Liv had an accident. She's dead. She never sent me a get well card. Liv didn't send this. It's not real. Oh my god. This isn't real. This place is a hallucination or a projection. I need to get out of here.
Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave things be? We could be happy here together. The both of us, forever. I need you to go back to sleep, Zoe. Now, before it's too late. Before... Look what you've done. Look what you've done. Why couldn't you just leave...
Something's wrong. This place and you. You're all wrong. You're not you.
That doesn't make any sense, Zoe. Of course I'm me. I've always been me. Wonkers, your old friend. Your best friend in the whole world.
You look the same, but you don't act the same, and you don't sound the same. It's like someone put you together from memory, but they didn't get the details right. They didn't know you like I know you, and they probably figured it wouldn't matter. That's what's wrong with this whole place. It's made of memories, and some of them are not right. Europolis, Arcadia. I wasn't dreaming. They were real. This is the dream, or a dream made physical by me. I made this, and I can see through it.
But I'm real, Zoe? Aren't I?
Of course you are, Wonkers. Of course you're real.
Are you sure you don't want to play a game? We haven't played a game in so long.
I'm sorry, Wonkers.
Okay then. Promise to wake me up later?
I promise.
Nighty-night.
I'll miss you too, buddy.
Bip, stop that. It's not a toy. You could kill someone. Someone you don't want to kill.
Send for a healer, you cretins! My legs are broken!
What do we do with her?
I haven't decided yet. We have enough on Sister Alessandra to hold a summary court-martial and execute her. Or we send her to Sadir to stand trial. She'll face death. Or worse, a solitary life sentence in the black hole. To be honest, I think that decision should be yours.
She's murdered thousands, and she believes she's righteous. Nothing will be gained from sparing her life. Our people must know the truth. Alessandra needs to stand trial for what she's done in Sadir. She must stand trial. But we don't know what's happening in Sadir. Someone may want to protect her. What if we leave her here?
Leave her? Do you think that's a good idea, Kian?
Her crimes are against magicals. Let them decide what to do with her.
I can't imagine they'll show her any mercy. Oh, very well, Kian. We'll leave Sister Alessandra in the hands of her prisoners. May the goddess have mercy on her soul.
Let me go, you fools. You're doing the shadows' work. Goddess, help me. Oh, it hurts.
What now, Kian?
We go back, and we end this. Can I count on your help?
You can. When I followed you here, I had no idea. I had my suspicions. I don't trust Vamon and Saya. They've been lying to us, and they're planning something. But I was blinded by faith and my trust in the Council. I followed you so that I could arrest you, kill you, if necessary, to have my eyes opened this way. A veil's been lifted, all thanks to you, and the Dolmari, of course. Your man Liko. I failed you. I failed our nation. And I'm sorry for that, Kian, for distrusting you. I should have known better.
He should have known better than to brand me a traitor. Our friendship may never be the same, but we need to put this. I'm disappointed in him. He should know me better than to think I would knowingly betray my people. But I won't confront him about it. We need to move quickly. We have an advantage now, but precious little time.
I understand.
There's one thing I must know. Who told you that Liko and I had gone to Gien?
Mother Utana. Don't ask me how she knew. Well, she has her sources. She urged me to follow you.
She wanted you to see this with your own eyes.
Perhaps so, but how would she know what I'd find here?
She trusted me.
Yes, although, if she already knew the truth, why did she say nothing? Wouldn't it have been better to keep me in Mercuria and arrest Ammon and Sire?
I'm sure she had her reasons, Harmy. Is your cloud ship ready to bring us back?
The fastest ship in the fleet. We'll be there in less than 3 days.
Enough time to lay plans along the way. I need your most trusted men to fight alongside the rebels against Famon's troops.
They will. There are fewer of us than there are of them, but we have the light on our side. We'll follow your command, Kian. To the first mountain, if it be so. What about the Dolmari? Liko?
He's speaking to the prisoners. He'll accompany us. I'll send for him. Liko will expect his people to be brought back to Mercuria, or given free passage to wherever they want to go.
I give you my word, as soon as the conflict has been resolved.
We'll have to leave young Bip with his parents, or I'm sure he'll try to sneak on board our ship. Bip, time to go.
Everything's ready for the ceremony, Your Excellency. The engineers have informed me that the engine is ready. Whenever you wish to begin.
My men have been posted around the city, ready to handle any unrest. Though I don't expect any. This being Reap Moon's Eve, most of the peasants will be too drunk to pay attention.
Is there anything else you need, Prophet?
You've done all I've asked. With the general away, there will be fewer distractions to worry about. The Office of Scientific Progress has proven itself a loyal servant to the goddess. The support in Sadir has been unwavering. I am pleased with your work.
Thank you, Prophet. We live to serve the goddess.
Where is the first?
In her room, praying for the success of our mission. She did not want to overshadow this ceremony with her presence. Her humility makes her a worthy one of the six.
You deserve all the glory tonight, sister. You, and the commander, of course. When I activate the engine, a new era will begin. We will shape this world according to the wishes of the goddess. Magic will finally be eradicated. The transition may cause fear and unrest for a time, but I trust you to handle this with authority and efficiency.
Of course.
I must prepare. When I am ready, I'll send word to you. You will have the privilege of telling the people of this city they're witnessing the birth of a new era.
Harmy has returned. With Kian. He's joined the resistance.
What? Who told you this?
They've been trying to recruit my men. Some have turned, though most have not.
Why didn't you inform the Prophet?
And have him cast us from the top of the tower. We'll handle this. The Prophet will never know.
Mother Utana and the First, they can't know either. They might interfere.
You take care of them. I will take care of the resistance and Harmy. Once and for all. Soon it won't even matter. Tonight, once the engine is active.
We take control, yes, I know. I just... We didn't need this. Not when we're so close, after all that we...
Don't worry yourself, sire. Proceed as planned.
Yes. Yes.
Long ago, when I was a boy, exploring the mountains close to my village, I met an old Dolmari man, herding his stone goats. Our two people were officially at war, but there were still Dolmari tribes near our village and some trade between humans and magicals. The old man spoke with kindness, fed me dried fruits and goat's milk, and told me I had magic in me, just like his grandchildren. When I returned home and told my mother, she commanded me to never speak a word of this to my father. And then she leaned in and whispered something in my ear I'll always remember. Magic, she said, is a part of everything. Magic is in the wind and rain, the stones and the ocean. It's in me, my mother said. And it's in you. Your heart, your mind, your blood. We've been at war with magic for most of my life, but I've never forgot my mother's whispered words. And I've always felt it in me, felt that magic's a part of me. For decades, I've fought it, denied it, rejected it. Tonight, that fight ends, and another begins. This is no longer a war between humans and magicals. This is a battle for the very soul of our world. If you will have me, if you accept us, we stand with you all. We fight at your side.
Tonight, we put aside our differences, our history, our grievances, and we stand united as one. Humans and magicals, Azadi and Northlanders. We are all Arcadians. Our eyes have been opened to the truth of what's being done to magicals. The Prophet has deceived the Azadi people. The engine is a weapon aimed at us all. We don't yet know what this ceremony will bring, but if we don't act tonight, in the face of death, we shall live to regret it tomorrow. General Hami will lead sorties against Vamon's men, force their surrender, and push through to the commander and Sister Saya. Those who refuse to lay down their arms, we fight. As hard as it will be to strike at your own brothers, there's no other choice. Your goal is to apprehend Saya and Vamon, alive if possible, dead if necessary. You'll take your commands from the General. Any misgivings you may have must be put to rest now. I trust Hami with my life. And tonight, so shall you. The engine must be destroyed. We don't know what it's truly for or how it works, but the Prophet means to reshape the world using its powers. This isn't magic. It's something darker than sorcery. Something older and infinitely more dangerous. Let's stop it. Let's stop them all from destroying our world, from destroying magic. Let's do this in the memory of our absent comrades. Shepard, Bob who can see, there's been enough death. Come back alive. You've received your assignments. Prepare to move out. And when this night is over, let's all return here to watch the sun rise on a new Mercuria.
You know what to do, Kian?
Ferdows will shut down the engine from the control room near the green. In order to do that, he needs me inside the tower.
You'll go alone?
I've been inside before. It will be easier on my own. Anna and Enu will escort Ferdows and keep him safe.
I wish we could fight side by side tonight, but your task is more important. And more perilous.
You'll have the Resistance by your side.
I couldn't ask for better company. My men won't flinch from their duty. When they learned what was being done to the non-humans, and what the camps were for. I wish there was time to spread the truth further. But instead, we're forced to fight our own. We can only hope that most choose to surrender, rather than remain loyal to Vamon.
I'm sure they will, once they find themselves facing you. Civil war is a terrible thing, Harmy. Most men shy from it. I don't envy you your task tonight.
We do what we must. Goddess protect you, Kian. If all goes well, we'll talk again soon.
We shall.
That was a good speech. They will follow you to their deaths if necessary.
I hope that won't be needed. It's enough to know that we stand united. It's what we've been fighting for. And I no longer have to feel torn between two worlds. Thank you for trusting me, Liko. For convincing me to bring you to Gien. I consider you my brother, Liko. Stay safe tonight. All right. Everyone looks ready. Let's do this. For Shepard.
For Shepard. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost. For family.
Family.
Take care, brother. May your goddess smile upon you tonight.
So much is on that man's shoulders tonight.
I'll join Enique's team going into Coldstone. If we can free the imprisoned rebels, we'll improve our chances. And if Benry May's still alive, I want to bring her home.
I'm proud of them. After the raid on the Enclave, I wouldn't have blamed them for giving up. But here they are, ready to finish the fight.
What you did for those poor prisoners on Guyenne. I'll follow you into the fires of the Seven Hells if you ask me to.
That was a really good speech. I'm sure someone's going to put that into play someday. You know, one of those stirring, heroic monologues before the final act, before everyone dies. I'm not saying everyone's going to die, I'm just saying Shepard. She would have approved.
I hope so.
Oh, she would. She knew you'd step up and take over one day. And she cared for you. As, you know, a friend. I don't think Shepard would. I mean, you and her? With you, you know, and her, you know, major compatibility issues.
When this is over, we'll honor her memory.
I'm sure Shepard would care more about us seeing this through than being memorialized. She stayed behind when her people left the Northlands to give us Magicals a chance of winning, of surviving. That is all that mattered to her.
Tonight's for Shepard, then. For Bob who can see. For all who were lost.
And for those of us still alive. Let's not forget those of us still alive.
For all of us.
Yeah. I'm really scared. I mean, I wouldn't tell anyone else, but I really am. I do not want to die. I know I keep telling...
I know. And I can't tell you that won't happen.
Great. Good to know. If I do die, then at least I died for something. Right? That's something. Right. Well, what is it you people say? I hope you're... And to be honest, on me as well. I mean, she's not my goddess, but I'd still appreciate a smile. Just the tiniest... Basically, any kind of acknowledgement will do. I want to be in good standing with all gods, goddesses, and non-gendered deities tonight. Oh.
Anna, Elena, we haven't...
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not...
Talked, and... Sorry, what were you saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Kian, really. I'm glad you're back and in one piece. We have a job to do. We can talk after.
Good, yes, after. We really should.
Anu and I will escort Ferdows to the engine house in the green. We'll watch over him while he does whatever it is that he needs to do. Kian, are you sure we can trust him?
Do we have a choice? Yes, I believe we can.
Okay. He'll be ready when you found your way into the tower.
Did you tell Utana about Gien?
All right. Yes, I did. I did it to help you. I trust the mother. I always have, ever since... Well, you know, you and her, you saved my life half a lifetime ago. I'm sorry for trying to help.
If you hadn't told Utana, I'd be dead now. So, thank you.
That's it. Thank you. We might never see each other again, and...
Whoa, what?
I'm just trying to...
No, that's not...
Sorry.
Don't do that. I am sorry for... Alright,
Are we leaving soon? Because if we wait much longer, I'm afraid I'll just curl up into a ball and be of no use to anyone.
The streets are crowded with revelers, and the Azadi are staying out of their way. There's no better time. This whole reaping thing is giving them the willies. It's way too pagan for our pious occupiers.
I'll find a way into the heart of the tower.
And we'll stand by and wait for you to contact us.
You still believe you can shut the engine down remotely, Firdaus?
With your help? Unless they've disconnected the pipes. Yes, I believe so. I know they're still waiting on the final calculations to be sent to the tower, so if we hurry...
Then let's not waste any more time.
Just get inside the tower and find the engine and contact us via the speaking tube. I'll walk you through the steps needed for me to take control, and then I'll force the engine to crash.
Crash?
Crash! Wait, what's happening now? Why are we all saying crash? Has there been an accident?
If we feed it the wrong instructions, the engine will stop working. Like a cloud ship that, crashes into a mountainside. It's complicated, but really quite easy.
We'll have to take your word for it.
I've worked on the engine for years. I know how it operates.
Are you guys ready? I am so ready. I mean, not really, because I have no idea what we're doing, but I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Not that I feel ready. I prefer fighting an enemy I can see, and I don't understand what this engine is, or how Firdaus plans to stop it, or what it's doing, but... So how about it, guys?
Let's go. Be safe, Kian. If you die, I'll be very cross with you.
I can't believe it's Reap Moon already. I've been counting the days and now it's here. I hardly know what to do with myself.
Goddess. The Reap Moon appears to turn man into beast.
This is my first Reap Moon's Eve in Marcuria, and it's even better than I imagined. Look around. It's amazing, isn't it? This bloody night never ends.
Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Marcurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves.
Cheers for the Reap!
Watch the Wicker Witch burn! Let the witch burn! Reap Moon's Eve! Yeah! Cheers, everyone! Bombed up! Reap Moon's Eve! Yeah! See you in the morning, mark my words. If we're lucky, they'll burn the city to the ground, and then we can uncover. Goddess damned heretics and their pagan rituals. If we're lucky, they'll burn the city to the ground, and then we can uncover. Goddess damned heretics and their pagan rituals. Good elbowing, nice.
Gather round, friends, gather round. A most joyful Reap Moon's Eve to you all. Witness. A magical abomination has appeared among us on this holiest of holy nights. It's an affront to decency and humanity. A foul, feathered, chattering... fowl!
Okay, joke's on me. Open this cage right now.
It speaks with the voice of the great necromancer.
The voice of the what now?
Hold your breath, feathered servant of the shadow. Keep your obscene beak shut.
Can't argue with the obscene beak bit, but I'm not liking this whole bonfire thing you've got going on. I smell charred feathers.
Soon the grand ceremony begins, and the great engine ushers in a new age of reason, logic, and humanity. And an end to sorcery. We cannot let this foul heresy poison the night with its squawks and feathery filth. This false fowl mocked me once before, and caused a fellow follower, a fair friend of the cause, great physical pain and discomfort. The man may never be able to drink without dribbling again, all because of this freak of nature. I, Honor Hilaris, candidate and faithful servant of humanity, will personally light the bonfire to rid Mercuria of this final remnant of diseased magic, honouring our ancient human traditions and...
You gibbering coward. When are you gonna shut up and just go away? People are sick and tired of your racist tirades. If anyone here should be burned on that bonfire, it's you. Killing that poor bird is the complete opposite of what the reaping's all about. How dare you claim to represent humanity when there's nothing human about you at all?
Hear, hear!
And you! You're supposed to be keeping the peace, aren't you? When were you planning to put a stop to this? Are you just gonna let that madman burn birds and incite violence in the city you've sworn to protect?
We do not intervene in local tradition, madam.
Oh, do intervene. No one here would mind it one bit, I'm sure.
Local tradition? Local tradition? This farce has absolutely nothing to do with local tradition. We don't burn poor defenceless animals in bonfires on Reap Moon's Eve.
Well, it's not an animal, is it?
What?
I mean, it's magical. It's a talking bird. Not an animal, per se.
Technically, the man is not wrong. I'll give him that.
Of course, it's an animal. Magical or not, it's a living creature, and you should put a stop to this right now.
Yeah, what she said.
Sorry, madam, but unless an actual human is being harmed, we cannot intervene.
Ruddy coward. That goes for the lot of you, especially that pig. Cowards!
Humility.
Hello? Empty. Not surprising. Empty. Not surprising.
Humanity against magical.
What do you want, bird? I don't have time for...
I know you. I've seen engravings. You're Kian.
Keep your voice down. Where did you see those engravings?
I spent some time in Sadir. I'm Crow, friend of April Ryan and Zoe Castillo.
You were a friend of April?
Friend, partner, sidekick. I came back to Mercuria to find you, believe it or not. And since you're the reason I'm in this predicament, you have to help me. And quickly, because soon, if things go the way they appear to be going, I'll be very, very hot.
I'm sorry, Bird, but I need to find a way into the tower, and time is running...
The tower? The Azadi Tower? Big, white, cloud-piercing edifice? I know a way into the tower. A secret way. Get me out of this death trap, and I'll get you inside the tower, I swear on my hatchling nest.
If you're lying, I'll snap your scrawny neck.
Cross my beak and hope to die, which is a distinct possibility. Quickly now, that madman won't orate forever.
They are carriers of foul fevers and sorcerous contagions.
This seems like an obvious target for sabotage. This seems like an obvious target for sabotage.
Magic is to burn it. To burn it with fire. The fire cleanses. The fire destroys the contagion. The fire brings the light of goodness to us all. And we shall embrace it.
It's Reap Moon's Eve, sir, and you're in luck, sir. Most stalls have shut down for the evening, which, from my experience, won't be too long now. No Southlands imports.
I'm sure your wine...
Oh. What can I get you tonight, most sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle before you buy?
I'll need more than a thimbleful. A bottle. I'm not some barbarian choosing wines merely by color. A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir?
Where I can personally supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic in Mercuria. When I'm elected, there shall be nightly burnings.
Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing seasoned warriors to tears and bashful maidens to...
I want to taste it now.
As you please, sir.
That ends tonight.
There you go, sir.
Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
So, I shall put my torch to I shall watch the bird burn, along with this pagan symbol of witchcraft and wizardry. The wicked next off the north. Death to magic! Death to magicals!
Have you I'll need the cup back.
Savages have less compassion and empathy than humans. It's a scientific fact. Learned scholars.
Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong. They've put up ornaments all over town for the Festival of Reaping. Harvest season is important in the Northlands. It's locked. I could probably force it open, but I have no business in there.
Destroys the contagion. The fire brings the light of goodness.
Filthy as sin, all of them. They reek of foul spirit. Which one's least filthy? Nope. They're all filthy. I feel unclean. Empty. Not surprising.
The good people of Mercuria, that I will leave no constant. No Celador, no privy unexplored to find the last remnants of magic in our fair city.
That was barely 2 drops. I'll need a lot more for this to have any effect.
Where I can personally supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic in Mercuria.
In this city, they have bathtubs for birds. The Northlanders are an odd folk.
Please return the cup first, sir. Hello again. Changed your mind, sir? Do you perhaps want a little sampler?
I'm buying.
Which wine, sir? Oh, that's no ordinary wine. That, good sir, is a bottle of Dragon's Fire. Fermented using the finest hand-picked bottles in our collection. Fortified with honey and
What's
malt.
the price?
You don't want some proper background before you...
How much?
125 silver coins, sir.
What? No. I don't have that kind of coin.
Well, it's between my stock and sobriety at this hour. That choice ought to make itself.
Goat's Hollow Winery. No. Mercurian Red. Northland's Ruby. And Dragon's Fire. They've even put a little fireball on the bottle. I'm not sure if that's an invitation or a warning. Purple Rose of the North. Grapes of Nedra. I'm unfamiliar with this wine.
Can't stay away, can you, sir? Buy or sample?
I'm not... A small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the...
I want to...
As you please. There you go, sir. Give that a smell, a swirl, and a sip.
Where I can personally supervise the hunt for non-humans and magic. Come to witness the burning of the necromancer's minion, have you? There's always room for one more witness. stand over there, my good man. Keep your distance. This fire will burn, and it will burn fierce. So
It'll take me all night to
I
do
shall
this
put my
thimbleful
torch to
by
this
thimbleful.
pyre, and we shall
There
watch
must
the
be a better
bird
way.
burn, along with this pagan symbol of witchcraft and wizardry, the Wicker Witch of the North. Death
A thimble-sized
to magic.
taster cup.
Death to magicals.
Dainty.
Non-humans have lower intelligence, less compassion and empathy than scientific fact. Learned scholars have measured skulls and contours.
Without that proud cock and the delightful little puss riding on it, the Resistance would be in a dark place indeed. Goddess, forgive me, I keep doing that.
Watch the Wicker Witch burn! Reap Moon Tea! Yeah!
Move along. Move along. Calm down, everyone. You'll get through before the ceremony begins. If you're lucky. Anyone caught jump, you're here for the ceremony. Get in line. Calm down, everyone. You'll get through before the ceremony begins. Anyone caught jumping the line will be sent to the back.
There's food left on the table.
There's no rush. The ceremony's not even starting yet. Just stay in line and have your
That's
papers
going to
ready.
attract rats and owls. Bloodthirsty owls. Shadow. An odd vegetable, native to the Northlands. We have nothing like it in Azadir.
Magicals are diseased things. They may be pleasing in appearance, some of them. Some may even be said to be beautiful. But they are carriers of foul fevers and sorcerous contagions.
Fire wine. From the markings on the label,
What can I
it looks
get you
like
tonight,
powerful
most
stuff.
sober of sirs? Perhaps you want to sample a bottle.
I'm not a small sample before I make my decision.
Which wine, sir? Interesting. You want to sample the Dragon's Fire, our most potent wine, capable of reducing season...
I want to taste it.
As you please. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5... 8... 9... 10... Odd. I don't remember the tasting cup being quite so expansive.
Nightly burning
This should be
This
enough.
bird is
Sounds
only
like
the
Hilaris
meager
is about to
beginnings of
wrap
our
up his mad
crusade.
ramblings.
We've been
I'll just have
soft
to
on
wait
magicals.
and
We've been
watch.
soft on those who support sorcery and harbour non-human. But enough talk. This bewinged demon, this symbol of sorcery, this affront to humanity must burn.
Must he? Must is a very strong word. I'm not sure it's a word I'd use to...
Burn, you transmogrified necromancer! Burn!
Oh boy, here we go.
God save me! God save me! Help me!
You lot, break it up. Nothing to see here. We need to get him to a healer, now! Goddess protect us. He'll be lucky to survive the night. Right, party's over. Go on, all of you. Go home. Be with your families.
Good job. And now, get me off this blazing bonfire!
I need something long enough to reach the cage.
I can still see flames. The flames are getting closer. You may want to, put out the fire.
I can't. I need something long enough to reach the
It's
cage.
getting toasty. Funny thing too, since the sun's not out and... Good job. And now, get me off this blazing bonfire! I can still see flames. The flames are getting closer. You may want to, put out the fire. Whew, it's getting toasty. Funny thing too.
Since the raid on Old Town, they've sectioned off more of the city at night. You can pass, but you need to answer questions.
Good job. And now, get me off this blazing bonfire!
Reap Moon's Eve must be very important to Mercurians if they're willing to make such fools of themselves.
I can still see flames. The flames are getting closer. You may want to, put out the
Watch the Wicker Witch!
Everyone's drunk, uninhibited, agitated. This could go very wrong, very quickly.
Good job. And now, get me